motions that are being considered by the Parliamentary Committee for the General Public. I have two questions. First question, why is there a perceived notion that Team Anna has an aversion towards politics, mainstream politics, participation, or even like standing in elections? That's my first question. The second follow-up question is, given that there is a perceived, if it cannot be true, but even if there is a perceived notion that you have, even if you have reasons of your own, the entire Team Anna has reasons of their own, not to involve in such kind of participatory politics, can I expect as a youth, because if I am speaking for the entire youth of the country, I'll do what the Sharat Khan does, and I will say whatever Sachin Tendulkar does. So my question is,
Sharat Khan.
Sachin
Tendulkar and Sharat Khan are role models for the youth, right? So my question is, can I expect the face of the revolution, like Anna or Kiran Bedi or even you, to promote campaigns where there are like voter registration, or even like go out and exercise your franchise? These are the real preventatory mechanisms rather than a cure mechanism like general public. So what is Team Anna? I mean, can I hope to see the Team Anna and the people involved in that to actually participate in politics? That's what I think will finally eradicate this mess, rather than a cure in the form of general public. That's my question.
You see, if one wants to participate in electoral politics, you cannot work on a single issue like corruption. A political party which is vying for power, for governance, must have its well thought out views and its ideology on all the major issues confronting the country. The moment you start doing that, the present coalition, which is the support base of this Lokpal campaign, that is bound to dissipate and disappear, because people have different views and different ideologies. Even within the core group of this Team Anna, there are people who have come from different backgrounds, with different experiences, having worked on different issues. They have their views on different issues, etc. And therefore, all of them cannot be expected to agree, because this team has not grown up organically. This team has been created very quickly just for this one issue. If there is a party or an organization which has worked together for many years, then all the members of that organization come to have a common worldview, a vision, ideology, etc. That has not happened with this team. Therefore, to expect that this team would either itself participate in electoral politics, firstly setting up a political party is a different ball game. Immediately, as soon as you try and do that, you will have infighting, you will have backbiting, you will have all kinds of undesirable people coming into your party and so on, because that political party cannot be set up quickly. It has to be done very slowly. It has to organically grow. That whole group has to gradually, organically grow with a common ideology, thinking, understanding of each other and so on, and then expand slowly. So therefore, that's not practically feasible. It cannot happen. In fact, one needs to realize that, you see, you cannot think that this Team Anna or Anna Hazare are going to provide leadership or solutions to all the problems confronting the country. The real solution to that is, as I said, for people, those people who have now come out to engage with a public issue, this corruption issue, need to start engaging with other issues as well. And that has its own momentum, which will help.
Jampala, founding secretary of Foundation for Democratic Reforms in India, which is an organization that has long been working for governance reforms, ultimately governance reforms. including the local bill. And I'm kind of following up on your answer to Sharat's question. First, I congratulate team on and you and your member of your team for awakening the Indian populace in general and bringing about this tremendous amount of activity and anticipation to the country. But my question is this: is Team Anna just a one-shot, one-issue civil society initiative, and then the general local bill or a version of it gets passed by the parliament and disintegrates and we go around the various ways? Or does Team Anna have an agenda in terms of the democratic reforms or governance reforms? And if so, what are your priorities and how do you look at it?
Well, it has not, this issue has not yet been discussed within the core committee. What Anna Hazare did was that when he was ending his fast, he announced a couple of things which he said would be taken up. Those were also not discussed earlier in the core committee. He said that he will take up this issue of right to recall, right to reject, as well as the issue of the right of the Gram Sabhas, that is the collectives in every village, to decide whether any compulsory land acquisition in that village should be allowed or not. So, some issues would certainly be taken up, would probably be taken up by this campaign. How far they will go, what other issues, you see, as I said, on many issues there wouldn't be agreements or consensus even among the members of the core committee. On some issues there may be. For example, on this issue of the right of Gram Sabhas to decide, there would probably be complete consensus within the core group of Team Anna. Possibly on this, some of the issues of democratic reforms also there could be on this issue of making, you see, because these are neutral issues in the sense that you don't have to have any particular ideology. After all, when Anna has been saying and we have been saying that ultimately democracy means rule by the people, and therefore the people should decide what kind of policies, laws and decisions will be taken by the government. On this, there can't be any ideological difference on these issues, and therefore these are issues which can be taken up. But then on many other, as I said, if we were to form a political party, you would have to have views on every issue concerning the country, every major issue confronting the country. On those there could be differences of opinion.